Gracious God, creator of the universe, and yet the lover of my soul. Alpha and Omega, and yet I can call you friend. I don't have to beg you for anything, but I can thank you for everything. God, I thank you because this is the day that you have made, and I can rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for this day of magnificence and glory and splendor. God, I thank you for life, health, and for strength. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for peace, love, and joy. I thank you for the essence of you that envelops me right now, from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. We thank you for this day of manifestation. We thank you for the day of revelation. We thank you for the day of impartation. We thank you as you move in the midst of your people to bring us to the greatest times that we've ever seen since the foundation of the world. Thank you, Lord, that for this time and for this season, you've allowed us to be a part of your move in the face of the earth. I thank you, God, for the revolution that you're bringing forth, God, even in the midst of the earth right now. And I thank you for the opportunity to be a part of what you're doing in this hour, because in the last days, saith God, you said you would pour out your spirit on all flesh. And so now we thank you for the pouring out. God, I thank you for the rain and the move of your spirit. I thank you for fresh oil. I thank you for new wine. I thank you for the new thing that you're doing. I thank you now that it does spring forth. I thank you, Lord, that you've called us to be the head and not the tail. You've called us to be above only and not beneath. You've called us to be the lender and not the borrower. You've called, God, that our storehouses would be full and increase. God, I thank you because even I decree and declare that the people under the sound of my voice, even now, are moving in the might of your strength. Not by might nor by power, but by your spirit. I thank you for those that are the sons and daughters of God that are called because they walk not after the flesh, but after your spirit. I thank you for the rising up of the people of your kingdom. I thank you that your kingdom come. I thank you that your will be done, even now in earth as it is in heaven. I thank you, Lord, because you are moving in the midst of your people mightily as never before. Raise us up, oh God, to the standard of what you've called us to be. God, I thank you for the standard of greatness. I thank you for the standard of holiness. I thank you for the standard of moving as the sons and daughters of yours, and not as vagabonds, not as those that never knew you, not as those that are confused and confounded, but God, those that know who they are in you. I thank you for the knowing. I thank you, God, for knowing you. I thank you for knowing your presence. Thank you for knowing your Holy Ghost power that gives us the ability to be successful. Your anointing that gives us the power to rise up and be called blessed. Thank you for that is in us. Thank you, God, for all things that pertain to life and godliness. Thank you because we are not confused. We are not deceived. And we thank you for that clarity of mind and the clarity of vision that allows us to walk forth as kings and queens, as princes and princesses in the kingdom that walk in the earth. We thank you that we are your beloved, and we rise up as the apple of your eye. We rise up, oh God, as those that you love with all of your heart. And God, we love you back. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for soundness of spirit. I thank you that healing is our bread. Healing is our deliverance. By the stripes of Jesus, we're already healed. And we speak forth that healing even now for those that need it. Thank you, God, for every stripe that was taken. Thank you for the bruising. Thank you that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. God, with those same stripes we declare and we speak healing in Jesus' name. We give you glory, we give you peace, we give you honor, we give you blessing, we give you might. We ascribe all of these things unto you because they are yours. Thank you, the fruit of my lips giving thanks unto your name, ever giving you all that is yours. Glory, honor, power, dominion, majesty. It's yours. I decree it and I speak it In the mighty name of Jesus, it is so. Amen and amen.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Yes, You All Cubed. It's one-on-one, just me and you. We're having this conversation on today, and I'm already loving it. This is your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman. I am so glad that you joined me on this fine day. It's Friday. Yes, it's Fresh Start Friday. May the 7th in the year 2021. And I'm so glad that you thought it well to join me here on this morning for this edition. I'm so glad you're here. Now, as we get started, let's do a little housekeeping. I want to encourage everybody that will. Please go ahead, if you will, hit that button. Yes, hit that button. Please like, please share, please host, do all of the above. If you would, we are climbing the ladder. Yes, out there in that algorithm jungle, we're climbing the ladder and we're doing well because each of you every day come in here and hit that bell and give us that rumble that we need out there on the internet. I appreciate you for that. It's always good to come in, and it's Friday. I want to start, you know how we always do on Fresh Start Friday. I got to give him some glory. I got to give him some praise. I got to give him what he's worthy of, y'all. Hey! Come on in here. It's a good morning. It's a God morning. It's a Fresh Start Friday. Oh, pick them up and put them down. I feel like leaping. I feel like running. I feel it all down in my shondo. Because it's another day's journey, and I'm glad about it. I'm glad about it. Y'all better ask the sister in the green dress. She's glad about it. Pick them up. Put them down. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, yes, yes. I want to welcome you to this Fresh Start Friday, and I appreciate everybody that's in my chat. For those that are in the chat talking to me already, I'm always happy to have you come in and carry on this one-on-one conversation, just me and you. Yeah, just me and you having this conversation, and I enjoy it every morning. Well, I got to go back and identify. I did not see who got their hips in the chair first. I didn't see it, y'all. As a matter of fact, I looked up and Rebel told me that Anita Harvey and Mel Holiday both were already in the room. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell Anita, scoot your hips over. Mel, make room for Anita, because I'm going to say the winner of Grandpa Holmes's chair is Anita Harvey and Mel Holiday. Yes, we got two winners of Grandpa Holmes's chair. Move your hips over. Move your hips over. Give some space. Share it. Share it. Share it. Come on. Let's give it one more time. That was for Anita. Now this cheer is going to be for Mel Holiday. Come on, Mel. Yes, Mel. You gonna make it to heaven, girl. You gonna make it to heaven. I don't care how many people you took for a ride and came back alone. You're still gonna make it to heaven, just like you made it to Grandpa Holmes's chair. You all right, girl. You all right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Be happy. That's what I got to say to you this morning. Well, you know how we do. We like to come in the morning, and I'm going to ask, good morning, good morning, good morning. We are getting our coffee cups out. Yes, get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. And we're going to come on in here. Come on in the room. We're going to come on in here, and we're going to say, good morning. Oh, that's the wrong one, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out, please. I want to say good morning, King Cool. Coogee, that's my sire, y'all. Y'all know I always like to talk about King Coogee because he is the creator of the tracks that you hear playing in the background while we go forth every day. Good morning, sire. I want to say good morning to you, King Coogee. I want to say good morning, Mel Holiday. Good morning, BTD Mom. Oh my goodness, Lank Boy in the room. Good morning, Lank Boy. Thank you for coming on up in the room with us this morning. We're so glad to have you. Thank you for coming. Good morning, Stacy 546. That's my girl. That's my girl. Good to see you here this morning. Good morning, SK8843. Good morning to the Rebel Inc. Come on up in this room. I love you. I love you. I love you. Good morning, everybody. I'm coming on up the line to make sure. I hope I didn't miss it. Sheila Miles is in the room. Good morning to you. Yes, Teresa. That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my sleuth. Teresa is my sleuth. Good morning, Teresa Jones. It's good to see you here on today. And last but certainly not least, good morning, Rashida Renee. I'm so glad to see every last one of you in my chat. And as I always say, if you're not in my chat, it's not because you can't be. You're definitely welcome to come on in the room and have a part of this conversation with us on this fine day. So get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Because you know how we do over here. We start the morning. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because you know we're going to tell it like a T-I-Z tis. We're going to tell it like a T-I-Z tis. Now, as I get ready to move on, you already heard me acknowledge and give some appreciation to my brother. I appreciate King Coogee in the room. And you know, brother, he put out, even on yesterday as we were talking, he found a picture that he put out there in Discord. So anybody, I'm telling you, this brother, he's on it. He's just a straight up on it brother. He's a good man. I looked at, listen, Coogee, I want to tell you that picture of you and your wife is off the chains. I said, now, I don't know where y'all were getting ready to go in that picture, but that picture is hot. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And I don't know her yet, but I want you to give her all my love and tell her, spiritual thought leader, feels like, man, you got a good one, sis. You got a good one. You got a good one. All right. That is my brother, the sire. Yes, he's looking good, always looking good. And I do want to draw your attention to that Yes You t-shirt that he is wearing. And I appreciate him for his support. I appreciate him for the support. Now, I got to go back and always, there is my support that is never failing. She just never fails. She's like, we used to sing that song, Jesus never fails. I want you to know the Rebel Inc. She just doesn't fail. She just won't fail. She's always in there and she's always supporting. I don't care what. Yes, last night, I guess it was, she stirred up the Twitch streets with that bop, and I understand that playlist challenge was off the chains. I want to say congratulations to our listener, Chris King G, who didn't, she came up just a little shy, but she did her thing. I heard it was one of the most off the chain, one of the best challenges out there. And listen, y'all better check Rebel out because DJs all in the room trying to get to hear what's going on with the Rebel Inc. So that tells you something when you got all the DJs coming to your channel trying to get the good stuff. And they already confessed, some of them, the stuff they heard last night, you're going to hear it playing today on their channel because Rebel Inc. got it like that. I'm not mad, Rebel Inc. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. And this is your personal shout out. It was fresh fire. SK, was it fresh fire? Fire, fresh fire. It was fresh fire, fresh. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy. The Rebel is working on her 2,000 followers. So if you know somebody out there in those Twitch streets, and we're going to be rating her today. at the end of this broadcast. So for those of you out there in Twitch, if you want to hang on, if the spiritual thought leader can do it right, we're going to be rating the Rebel Inc.'s channel on this morning. So hold still for that station identification. Now, as I'm talking about Rebel Inc., I want you to know that she has clothing wear, she has active wear, leisure wear that is off the chains. I absolutely love it. Matter of fact, I think I've got on my shirt, you can't see all of it, but that's the Lion's Den. I love it. It's colorful, it's fresh, and listen, Rebel Inc. done gave me the hook up. Now go out there and get you some at therebelinc.com, would you please? Yes, therebelinc.com. That's where you want to go, therebelinc.com. And she's got your active wear. If you want to get shirts for Yes You, go to myenergy.org. We'll put that link up later on. You'll see it coming and going during the chat. So I appreciate all the support on every level. Once again, I want to encourage you, hit that like button, hit that share button, share, host the stream, do all of those good things, because we are climbing the algorithm ladder, soldiers of the cross. Now, I'm going to say just quick, fast, and in a hurry also before we move on down the road. Ease on down the road. Before we ease on down this road, I want to encourage you again, if you're watching from the Facebook platform, I want to encourage you, if you would consider, you don't have to. Lank boy, I just saw those lines up there. I just looked up and saw them. Yes, yes. Come on with those lines, because at the end of the day, you got the gist of it. We are lions, and you're going to hear us roar. This pride, Pride, this pride of lions is relentless. And you're going to hear us roar. You got it. You got it, Lank boy. You know what to say. You know how to get me going. Now, I want to say, for those that will, again, on Facebook, consider, if you will, moving on over to YouTube. That's why I'd recommend that you go. If you don't want to go through joining, there is a Twitch process. It's nothing difficult. It's just a matter of signing in and giving yourself a name in Twitch streets. But if you're not interested in Twitch, go on over to YouTube. It's easy. And sign up over there, because Facebook is giving us problems. I'm just trying to tell you, Facebook, every day I got to file a dispute. Every day I got to file a dispute on Facebook to keep my stream on demand. So, you know, it's just one of those things. We're going to keep on fighting the good fight. There's no quit, as SK says, no quit. But I encourage you, should we need to move this platform completely over to YouTube and Twitch streets, Twitch, that's twitch.tv. If you are on Facebook, I'm going to keep putting it out there until we can't get it out there no longer. So nonetheless, I just want you to know we're gradually encouraging you as we move over to those streams to go ahead and join us over there on one of those platforms. I am in Patreon, but Patreon is for subscribers. It is a subscription scenario where you got to subscribe coming in the door, and we do totally different things over there. You can see the podcast, but we also do other things over there. So I'm just trying to help you navigate. For those that are following, I cannot say thank you enough to every last one of you that follow me on a regular. I appreciate you. Now, let's get this party crack-a-lackin'. You know how we do it. We get this music queued up. Let me pull it on down. And again, courtesy of King Coogee, my sire. I appreciate him. I appreciate him so much. we're going to get that music rolling. And here we go. Let's see. Teresa, you said you moved over. Oh, no worries. But might forget to come Tuesday. No worries. I understand. I want to say Teresa Jones, I appreciate her. You hear me call her my sleuth. She keeps me in the know in case there's something that may have slipped through the cracks that I didn't hear. Teresa is on it. She's my personal 411, and I appreciate her. And she has been a faithful listener. This sister, you don't get any better than this in the way of good people, good solid people. And so I appreciate Teresa as well as everybody else. But when I get a chance, I try to put whatever goods I can put out there. Because when I find something good, when I know somebody good, I like to speak about it. Teresa, I appreciate you for hanging with me on a regular from day one, Pretnear. I appreciate you, sis. Now, we're going to get started and get this party crack-a-lacking. While we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, it was reported to me, y'all. Now, this first story I'm going to open with, don't y'all panic and don't clutch your pearls just yet, because we don't know what's going to happen. But it was reported to me while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered. There is come on, SK, get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. It was reported to me while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered. A 23, Teresa, you are more than welcome, because I'm telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about you. So help me God. Now, a 23 ton. Did you hear what I said? A 23 ton piece, 10 stories high of rocket debris is scheduled to crash into planet Earth sometime over this weekend. Did you hear what I said? A 23 ton, T-O-N, 10-story high piece of Chinese rocket debris. They're saying will crash, not might crash, will crash into Earth this weekend. Now, this is the thing. They don't know when, allegedly. They don't know where, allegedly. Now, while they're saying the likelihood that it's going to potentially land in a high populous area is almost zero, but there's no guarantee to be able to say it will not hit a high populous area. And so y'all just kind of marinate on that for a minute. Just marinate on that for a minute. I just don't know what to say. I just don't know. 23 tons of matter is getting ready. 10 stories high. Did you hear what I said? 10 stories. Stacy, and they aren't worried. At this point, I'm like, help me to understand it. They decided not to shoot it down from what I'm hearing. And Teresa, that's what I was getting ready to say. I'm not understanding why they've decided not to send something up there and shoot it down. And I just help me to understand. Now, recognize what goes up must come down. Now, I know right now, a lot of countries, listen, that's not gonna burn up. Listen, Link Boy, listen. Now, I'm really trying to wrap my brain around this. While we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, and it was reported to me, I'm trying to understand. Now, first and foremost, what goes up must come down. If you're in gravity, and I know a lot of that out there is there's no gravity in space. I understand that. I'm not retarded, but planets and airborne things that are out there in space are on orbits, and so it has the potential to collide. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It has the potential to collide. Mel, I don't know. I just don't. Maybe it will hit. This is all I gotta say to that, Mel. It's 23 tons and 10 stories. If it hits your neighbor's house, Mel, I don't care how racist they are. If it hits your neighbor's house, and I know you're being facetious, if it hits your neighbor's house, Mel, it's gonna tear your house up too, and your whole block, and probably most of your town and your city. What are we doing? I read that story this morning. I said, I just can't, Teresa, I can't make no sense out of it. Now, and the deciding not to shoot it down, Teresa, I'm cracking up too, because you know Mel ain't got no sense. Mel ain't got no sense. She said, if I can't take you for a ride and come back alone, I'll let a 23-ton piece of debris fall on your house. One way or another, brother racist. One way or another, sister racist. I'm gonna get you. Listen, it's like the worst lottery ever, Lank boy. I'm just saying, what in the whole heaven and the... Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? I just wanna know. Inquiring minds wanna know. This is, in my opinion, serious. Now, nobody seems to be really troubled about it. They just kind of wrote in a nonchalant way. Oh, and by the way, y'all, trying to put some rocket in the air that's 10 stories high and 23 tons. Did you hear what I said? Tons. 23 tons large. That's gonna fall back on the earth somewhere. So you can track everything. You know where everybody's at. You know what everybody's doing. You're flying drones that can look in my window and do a peep show. You're doing everything under the sun damnable to have information and technology that can do anything. But you can't tell us where a 10-story, 23-ton piece of debris, what trajectory it's on and where it might land. Listen, when we send rockets into outer space and they come back, we have a good idea where they're gonna land. How come we don't know where a 10-story? I gotta give you the facts and the details of it so you can get an idea of the magnitude of this thing. A 10-story, 23-ton piece of debris is going to hit us sometime this weekend, and y'all not concerned. Something about that doesn't sound right to me. Something about the maybe. Y'all cracking me up with these designated sites where you want it to hit. Teresa, my sister says, send it to Mar-a-Lago. Send it out there to Trumpville. Send it to the great state of Florida. You know, Florida barely hanging on by a thread anyway as it is. That little piece of land out there is just barely hanging on as it is. I don't know if it can stand 23. Can you imagine the amount of force, the speed? I'm like, what are we doing? But you know what? Y'all coming up with some ideas. Y'all coming up with some ideas where to send it. So y'all just go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all done already started. Put it in the chat. Where do you want this 10-story, 23-ton piece of debris to land? Just go on. Take it. Hit me with your best shot. Go ahead and hit me with your best shot. Where you want this debris to land, and just go on and speak it. At the end of the day, I'm not understanding why there's not more stir. I'm not understanding why there's not some action being taken. And this is where I'm on the point of saying, listen, Rebel, we could stand to get rid of M-I-S-S, M-I cricket letter, I cricket letter, I P-P-P-P-P, a whole lot of P-P, I. Yes, I hear you saying Mississippi. We got Mar-a-Lago in there. We got Mel's neighbor in there. Listen, we got all kind of places to direct this 10-story, 23-ton piece of the... BTD mom, where's 45? Lord Jesus. BTD mom said, where's 45? Wherever he is, that's where. Did I get all the P's? Stacy, was a whole lot of them in there. It was a whole lot of PP in there because dastardly folks are just out here doing dastardly things. So for those that may not understand, we're not wishing ill on anybody. We're really not. But we're just having that dream that could it come true? Where would you want 10 stories and 23 tons of debris falling back to the earth? Where would you want it to land? For me, I'd have to say Josh Hawley's house. Yes, Josh, your house would be on the list. So at the end of the day, you know, you just really, and our idea here is I want to see the eradication of racism and people. Now, in all seriousness, I ain't wishing no ill on anybody, so let me come back and be saved for a moment so I don't have the saints out there think I thought she was saved. We just having some fun up in here, and sometimes y'all need to learn how to laugh. Come on, I need you to just loosen up a little bit and get a little laughter in there. Well, if that you don't think that's funny, that's okay. You don't have to laugh, but y'all got some good ones in that chat. Y'all got me cracking up, and I want us so seriously. I feel like, how much time do we have, Stacey? You got a whole lot of places. You just want that thing to ricochet and bounce all around. You just want to bounce everywhere. All racism. I wish we could just stack racism and white supremacy and hatred and just pile it up in one spot and let 10 stories and 23 tons worth of rocket debris just shoot it into oblivion. Because it's coming back to earth. Now, I want y'all, we need to pray. I mean, you know, I'm just trying. They need to go back to those black mathematicians that know where it's going to drop. And, you know, I will say this, BTD mom, while you're bringing up Hidden Figures and my sisters that worked for NASA that didn't until decades later get the recognition that they were very much due from the beginning, that they would not have been able to complete those missions had it not been for those black sisters, those black mathematicians that calculated that stuff right down to the nth degree. So at the end of the day, I love your point and it's well taken. And that's one of the things that I'm saying, BTD mom. Why do they not? How can you say it's gonna land somewhere on earth, but we don't know where? I hear you, SK8843. Somebody's holding the info mighty tightly because they're not ignorant of the enemy's devices. They're not ignorant of the enemy's devices. They know where this thing, in my opinion, is going to land because if for nothing else, so they're not there. So they're not in the location wherever it's going to land. Somebody has already calculated and knows where it's going to land. And we're just not getting the information. But at the end of the day, they did report that it is going to hit sometime over the weekend. It could be tomorrow. It could be Sunday. We just don't know. And it could be anywhere. But we just don't know. All we know is that it's expected to hit somewhere over the weekend. So I just want to give you the heads up on that. If you haven't heard it, you're going to probably hear a little something about it. It's going to have to skip across the South. Stacy, skip across the South and then go on up to Utah. Speaking of Utah, thank you for that segue, because that's still hotly in the news on this fine day about this witch hunt that's still going on in Utah over these daggum counts. And so at this point, this is Friday. I think I've talked about it almost every day this week. I think I've touched on it. I'm with you, Teresa. They know where it's going to land. They know its destination. They're just not telling us. At the end of the day, that's most unfortunate, in my opinion. Now, when we get down to it, back to Utah and these dastardly counts that are still going on, you know, people have started making jokes out of it. You're seeing all kinds of memes. It was reported to me that there is a conspiracy theory by some of these crazy folks out here that 40,000 plus votes came in from Asia, and so they're looking for bamboo. They got X-ray machines out here looking for bamboo to prove that these votes are illegitimate and came from other countries over here in favor of Biden. And better not land in Georgia. I'm just trying to tell you, bet not land in Georgia. Now, at the end of the day, with these votes, I'm still back to the point of issue for me, excuse me, that they finally came out the other day and said it was illegal, but you're doing nothing. Now, please, somebody help me to understand this, because we keep having things happen in these here United States of America that the people come out and they acknowledge it's illegal, but it's still going on. These people still have the ballots. These people still have the machines. The people are still going forth. And you already know what the outcome of it's going to be. This company that just popped up in Florida out of nowhere and got their hands on, they've been bamboozled. Come on, by the lie. And that's perfectly accurate. SK, the insanity, looking for bamboo under lights because these votes came from Asia. This is just insanity. And it almost makes you step back and say, have you been bamboozled? You've been, I mean, it's just amazing, the ignorance and the level of, I'm going to call it stupidity, that these people have bought into this big lie and just been carried away with it like they've lost their minds. I just honestly, I don't understand it. What it has done, and obviously this country has a tremendous issue with mental health. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm really serious. I feel like much of this is really manifesting and bringing to the surface and showing us how much mental illness there really is in this country. I don't know what else to describe it as. And yes, racism is a mental illness. There's a sickness and a disease that goes along with that. But even some of it that's just not explainable. I'm like, man, we obviously do not have enough therapists in this country that people will go to and see and seek help, because these folks are crazy. And it just makes you step back and scratch your head and look at it. In the meantime, while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, the FEC has decided to shut down the investigation against Trump on the money and the hush money that was paid out of the funds for campaign and slushed over to certain individuals to keep them quiet, to which they said, and this is just, I don't know what to say. It's a whole nother level of insanity that we keep acknowledging that there's wrongdoing, but there's no accountability. There's no course of remedy for the actions. They're saying because Cohen pled guilty and Cohen this and that and the other, they feel like that has been addressed sufficiently and they were unable to really come up with more rock solid information. Now, mind you, initially they were for it when the tide seemed to be like it was going to turn anti-45. Now that the meter is leaning back in the other direction, they come out and they're saying, well, we're just going to shut it down and we're just going to let it be and let it be and let it be. So I'm shocked, stunned, and amazed how all of these things are going. Listen, they all are losers, Teresa. They're all losers. And at the end of the day, it leaves you scratching your head. What is the system for if the system is not going to work? And at the end of the day, you telling me that yes, there was wrongdoing. You telling me this was not right. This is illegal. But then you telling me, and we're not going to do anything about it. What's the point? What is the point? There is something rotten in Denmark and it stinks to high heaven. And so I read that this morning. I wasn't surprised because as you've seen, the tide has been seeming to go back in the direction of 45, and he seems to have gotten off footloose and fancy free in all of his dastardly deeds. And it seems that his support is rising back up and beginning to surge. And so we see these different entities, agencies, and with FEC, what do we need you for? And how can, explain this to me, how can, and that's the Federal Election Commission, how can whatever happened to Cohen be sufficient for the crime when this man is behind it? You explain that to me and make it make sense. It just makes no sense. How are you going to come away saying the punishment that this man has experienced is enough to let this man walk free, and we're just not going to look anymore for any more information and details and da 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 da. You know, at this point, this, I feel, again, and you heard me say it on yesterday, when you start creating this type of an atmosphere in a country so that people don't trust any of the systems, which is exactly what the plan that has been put in motion is about. Can you trust the voting system when you got people that we don't know who they are, that you are going to come out and say it's illegal, but they still got the ballots? They've still got the voting machines. Make that make sense. And you want us to trust elections. Then you come out and say this man took money out of campaign funds and paid off people for hush money. And yes, the man came out and said it. We this, that, and the other. But we feel like enough has been done. Close the investigation. All of this is helping to undermine confidence in government. And so at the end of the day, the plan is out there. It's been laid out and it's working, and everybody is lining up and everybody is falling in line. SK, I'm just saying everybody is lining up and doing what they do. And as Teresa said, you're talking about a bunch of losers all the way around. At the core of it all, oh come on, thank you BTD mom, I need to shade that, because this is shady. This right here is shady. I don't just throw shade, I shed light. At the end of the day, I want us to be aware and pay attention, because everybody in politics is not bad. We understand that. And I need to hear the voices. I need to hear a rumble. I need to hear, man, I need to listen. Somebody needs to be screaming at the top of their lungs. We're not going to allow and stand for this. The people of these United States of America, they are worth more. They deserve more. We've elected you and put your little hot cheeks up in those chairs to speak for us and defend us. And I'm just looking for where is the backlash? Where is the tide to stand against us being just swept by this undercurrent of evil? And these folks are just running rampant. So at the end of the day, it was reported to me the FEC is shutting down their investigation and they're moving on. That being said, they are definitely saying that they do feel at this point that it looks like Liz Cheney is going to lose her seat. And why is she going to lose that seat? Because the Republican alignment against her for exposing the great lie for what it was, a lie, has now become not the side to be on, because Trump seems to be making a surge and a comeback, which at the end of the day, you all know what that's saying in a nutshell. Racism has gone nowhere. White supremacy has gone nowhere. Hatred has gone nowhere. And while I might smile at you and say my best friend is black, hatred is still in your heart. So as we get to all of these different elements and levels of what we see manifesting, but it doesn't matter, we're still going to win. I'm not overwhelmed and overcome to the point where there's no quit. As SK says, there's no quit. It's coming down. Hatred is coming down. White supremacy is coming down. All of this that has us in a state where we've got people pitted against people because of the color of our skin, all of that's getting ready to cease. So go ahead. This is your last hurrah. Go ahead and try to fight this last battle. You're not going to win, because no weapon formed against us is going to prosper. So you have, even while we're looking at poor Liz, And I'm still saying poor Liz tongue in cheek with some reservation, because Liz is still voting party line. While she came out and denounced the great lie, she still votes right in step every step of the way. So no, I'm not applauding you, because you continue in the place that really matters. You continue to vote consistently and unanimously with your brothers and sisters walking the path that you're walking. So I need somebody to have a conscience. I need somebody to stand up for what is right, not just say, oh, it was a lie. I need you to do more than that, Liz. So, I'm at the end of the day, I'm not really tripping on anybody, because all of y'all need to go. To the point that they are now saying from the Politico that should and when Liz is removed, the Republican Party will have just moved from conservative to occult. So, and that ain't me saying it. That's what Politico is saying, that they will have, with the movement of, or the removing, I guess I should say, of Liz Cheney as the third in power in the Republican Party, with the removal of her from that position, that the Republican Party will transcend being just conservative and will move and tip over into cultism. Call it what you will, call it what you weigh, whatever way you want to. It's a mess. That's what I know. It's a mess. It's a whole mess. And so there you have it. This is what is unfolding in these here United States of America. Stay alert, stay informed, know what's going on, because it's some real craziness. Now, in the meantime, while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, the University of Kentucky, which is the alma mater of Mitch McConnell, they're coming out because of his recent statements against 1619, that it's not important, these details and this information, and he stands against it, and all of this that people are dredging up, some of it true, some of it untrue. Come on, Mitch. Come on, Mitch. Oh, that ain't the one I wanted. Let me get to the right screen.
Why you always lying?
You're lying, Mitch. You are lying through your teeth. You know 1619 happened. You know 1619 historically is very important to this country, or there would not be a country as we know it. You know that 1619 is not made up facts. All of this that you are now coming out and starting to spout again, showing that he's starting to lean and squirm and worm his way over to 45. It's just dastardly. It's just dastardly. Could it be? Could it be? The devil. Listen, Mitch, the power behind this brother is Diablo. The power behind this brother is Diablo. It's the devil. Ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. Now, the University of Kentucky has called his hand. And while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, they did a full page disclaimer to all of the things that he has come out recently and said against the 1619 project, because they know, the brother knows he's lying. He knows he's lying. But you are catering to a base, and you have chosen to, for whatever reason, you've chosen to side in with the Cheeto God, and I just can't get no understanding. I just can't. Anybody following that big old Cheeto, you just help me to understand it. Just help me to. I can't make any sense out of it. Now, that's all I'm gonna give to them, because I don't want to spend my Fresh Start Friday talking about those jokers. They're gonna always, and this is one thing. Pay attention to this. How they energize their bases, because they're always in the news. When's the last time you really heard about any of the Democrats in any way, shape, or form, good, bad, or ugly? You get maybe something to come up, you don't hear anything, and then day after day after day after day after day after day, just a barrage of all of this insanity. And please understand, Even as a preacher, I understand this technique. If you want the people to get a concept, you repeat it. The repetition, the hearing it over and over again, the seeing it over and over again, the images over and over again. That's what plants the seed in the people's minds. So understand, using psychology, they got a game plan. All of this insanity that we're listening to and watching every day, they got a game plan, because at the end of the day, they're in your mind, whether you want them to be in your mind or not. So the stuff that they do, the stuff that they say, it's so outrageous and so outlandish, you just almost can't help it. So at the end of the day, I hope that there will be some positive energy that comes from whatever direction the other side is, whoever's got a conscience and whoever has the nerve to come forward and start saying something in rebuttal, to start putting something in rebuttal against all of this negativity that's going on. I hope they'll hurry up sometime soon. Please, would you do it, please, sometime soon, so we can get rid of all of this. Now, in the meantime, while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, Stacy said she and her husband prayed about it. They prayed about it, and they prayed about it. They prayed and they prayed. They prayed all night long. They prayed and they prayed until they found the Lord. And their souls just couldn't be contented. So Stacy is saying she is done, and she's not running for another term. Mitch and cohorts are trying to break apart the collaboration of blacks, whites, and anybody else who would unite against injustice. I agree with you, SK. I agree with you wholeheartedly. As he said, and it has been brought to the table, and he's been challenged on the fact that he said he's 100% for stopping the Biden administration. He didn't say nothing about what Biden is doing. And this is the twist on it. And don't y'all get it twisted. And I'm still on Stacy praying. Stacy and her husband's praying. But SK 8843, they actually brought up the reality that while no Republican voted for the package that Biden and the Democrats passed, not one single Republican, now that it's out into the people's hands and the people are being benefited by it, they're seeing the benefit from it, the Republicans are standing up and saying, yeah, look what we did. When not one voted for the not one. Nobody crossed the party line. Nobody crossed the party line when Biden and the Democrats passed this legislation. And now that it's so successful in the streets, the Republicans are taking credit for it, as they're often known to do. And so Mitch and his cohorts continue to try to drive that wedge and give an appearance of, and that's why I'm like that. I have to in the end say it's got to be some kind of mental illness. It's got to be some kind of mental illness, because who forgets so many days later that all these jokers voted against it, and now that it's working and it's having an effect in the country on a positive level and in a positive way, comes back and says, look what we did, and you believe them. That's insanity. That's just straight up insanity. This country is not far off from another civil war. That's what they're trying to create, in my opinion, Stacy. And I'm not trying to fearmonger anything there. I feel like there is a desire and a reason that is wanted to come out guns blazing and kill up a whole bunch of folks in the name of a civil war, which that's why I keep telling folks, before y'all jump out here and start doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, I want y'all to pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. So before you just jump out here and get crazy. Now back to Keisha Lance Bottoms and her decision. As she said, she and her husband prayed. They prayed. They moaned. They laid out before the Lord, and they heard a word from the Lord that said, this is it. So Keisha is not running for mayor again. Now, this, I'm going to tell you, is my hope that she's going to move on up a little higher. That's really my hope, that as she's not going back as mayor of Atlanta, I hope that she is going to seek some higher levels of. Now, let me tell you, my ultimate ticket that would get my vote all day long would be Keisha and Stacey Abrams on the ticket. Slam dunk for me. I ain't even got to look at nobody else. You put Keisha and Stacey on a ticket together for president and vice president of the United States, I don't even have to know what order. You put them two sisters on a ticket, and baby, I don't care who y'all run. Stacey and Keisha would get my vote straight up. If you put them two sisters, and they would turn this country around and make some difference up in here. All of this that we got going on, I would love, put a 1 in there. If you'd like to see a ticket of Keisha and Stacey, put a 1 in there. If you think those ain't your girls, put a 2 in there. But I'm telling you, if they came out with the ticket, the two of those sisters together, honey, wild horses couldn't stop me from voting for them. That would be my honey. I would have to join the campaign trail. What do I have to do, and where do I need to go to help y'all get in this office? Because at the end of the day, I got mad love. I got mad respect. Come on, Monica. I see you out there. There's my baby. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Monica, and give Chris G, if Chris King G is out there, give all kinds of mad love for that representing, because Chris repped on last night in that BOP battle. She did a great job. Come on, I see you, Monica. I see you, Stacey. I see you, BTD mom. Come on, Lance Bottoms and Abrams. All kinds of 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm telling, now that is a ticket that I would want. Teresa, I see you. I feel like we need to start a campaign, because at the end of the day, appreciate Joe, appreciate Madam Vice President. I do. I appreciate them. I don't know if I can recover from America is not a racist country. Y'all pray for spiritual thought leader. I know there's forgiveness of sins. I know there's forgiveness of sins. I know. But at such a critical time, I just don't know if I can get over America is not a racist country coming out of a black woman in leadership's mouth. It's just unforgivable. I can't move. Y'all pray for me, saints. Pray for me. If by chance that's the ticket for the next go round, y'all pray for me, because I'm telling you what, I'm trying to push that ballot. It's gonna be like that, y'all. That's the only way she gonna get my vote again. My finger's gonna have to be forced. To give Miss Harris another vote for another time around. I'm just keeping it. I'm telling it like a TIZ. Now, y'all vote for whoever your conscience speaks to, and I want you to do that. Let your conscience lead you. Monica, I'm gonna get up there and I'll be like, girl, you know, you ain't got a lot of options here. You just ain't got a lot of options here, and her hips are still on that ballot. Push the button. It's the lesser of two evils. Push the button. That's the only way she's gonna get my vote again. And that's all I gotta say about that. Now, that ticket that I'm talking about, I want to see Stacey and I want to see Keisha, and y'all better know those sisters got all of my vote at the end of the day. And I said, get your coffee cups, Teresa, I see that. In my opinion, it's that administration is one time. I would probably agree with you on that. Teresa. At the end of the day, he's a segue from a nightmare into something that brings us back to some level of common sense, decency in a country that our leaders at least halfway act like they have the interest of the people at heart, or we would have been in an absolute state of disaster. We would have been in an absolute state of disaster had it not been for this segue right here. But I don't want them back. That's just my personal opinion. I don't want them back. So, at the end of the day, y'all let y'all's conscience be your guide. I'm looking for the next pair. I'm looking for the next folk to support. I'm looking for the next group to undergird that can stand for the people, of the people, for the people, by the people. But Joe and my girl, they ain't it for me. For me. Now, y'all vote for who you want to, but I can't forgive America is not a racist country. Now, as we move on in our stories, and I'm hoping, and that's a lot of wishful thinking, that Stacey is going to move on up a little higher, because I feel like she deserves it. She's done a miraculous job from all accounts of those that really love what she's doing in the good city of Atlanta. And you know, you got to be something. And this is my thing. When there have been times that the chips were down, Stacey has come through. I'm sorry, Keisha has come through. Stacey always comes through. That's my girl. Keisha has come through. She's been a unifier. She's shown leadership. She's shown a lot of poise. She's shown dignity. She's shown care and concern for people of color, for brown, black, and lighter complected skins of people. She has shown that. And that when you have human kindness and human care and concern, that's some of the top of the line that I'm looking for in leadership. I don't care about your degrees. I don't care about how many years you've been in here and how well you know the system. I don't care about any of that. Yes, some of that needs to be in place, and not to say they don't have the experience, because they do. So yes, some of that needs to be in place. But I'm trying to, at the end of the day, I'm trying to get us to a place where we stop putting in folks that could care less about us as people and as citizens. And we need some folk in here that's going to really make a difference. And so let's keep moving. Let's keep looking. Let's keep searching for that. But like I said, listen, if any ticket, y'all mark my words, if any ticket comes out with Keisha and Stacey on it, I'm going to work for them. I'm going to work hard. Now, and I'm not political, and they're not interesting, but I feel like they're worthy of another chance, of a chance to do what they do. This is so funny that there was an Egyptian mummy that they thought was a male priest, and they found it to be a pregnant woman. And that's one of the stories that's in While We Slumbered, Slept, and Slobbered. That's one of those stories that's out there right now trending. And I'm like, how in the world? But maybe she was a priestess. Maybe where we thought everything was in a mindset of it's all about patriarchy. Maybe it wasn't patriarchy back in those days. Maybe she was a priestess. And maybe the fact that she was pregnant is how she ended up getting killed. I don't know. We can put some mystery and some intrigue to it. Yes, it's very interesting. And I read that story with some level of intrigue and interest. And, you know, I'm one of those. Our dad, all of our lives growing up, he would take us on a trip every year. And usually that trip was always going to include some level of a museum. And I think I was so fascinated, particularly with the Smithsonian when we were just wee tots. But those experiences, I'm almost 60 years old and I remember it like it was yesterday. So when I saw this mummy and this whole scenario revolving around it, that they thought it was a priest, but turned out to be a pregnant woman, I was just thoroughly fascinated. And I'm gonna watch that story and follow it, SK, just because I want to see how it turns out, what they feel like they're gonna find. And again, I think it's funny that they never ever imagined that it could have been a woman. How they missed the fact that she was pregnant, you know, whatever. But that now that it is a pregnant woman, you know, we thought it was a priest. Well, maybe she was a priestess. Maybe she was a priestess. Maybe patriarchy wasn't as bad and as staunch as we thought it was. I thought that was an interesting story. And I knew some of you, SK, I knew you were going to enjoy that one. Go out there. I may send that to you, but it's a very interesting story and they're still doing some work on it. And I'm fascinated. So it's out there if y'all want to talk about it. Bill and Melinda Gates is now highlighting and trending how many people in their older years are now divorcing. And the numbers and statistics for older couples, they're calling it, one of them was like gray lights, highlights, gray lights, playing with that kind of concept, that we're not seeing or we are seeing more and more and more and more older couples that have been together for eons saying, I'm done with you. So that trend is trending, and it just highlighted that they're one in numerous at later ages and states of life are calling it quits. And I don't know what's behind that trend. That's an interesting factor as well. But at the end of the day, statistically, it is on the rise and it's huge. Now, I'm going to close out with this before I get on into, I'm going to share my screen. Let me get it all set up for you so I can just transition over to it. This story, it was reported to me. Now, I want y'all to, everybody that's multitasking, I want you to stop multitasking just for a second, and I want you to observe the screen because I'm getting ready to show you a picture. I kind of debated if I was going to discuss this morning, but this is out there, and at the end of the day, let's take a look. Beloved, that is a recent pic of Serena Williams. Serena. Now, it was reported to me that this is her new look. Now, in the chat, 1, if you like it, 2, if you don't. 1, if you like this new look on Serena, 2, if you don't. 1, if you like it, 2, if you don't. Now, I'm going to be honest because this one caught me off guard. It really, really, really caught me off guard. I wasn't ready, y'all. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. When I saw the headline, I was like, oh, let me look at this because I'm going to tell y'all what. Serena is my girl. Serena is my girl. Now, I love me some Serena. I love me some Venus. I love these sisters that have come out and changed the whole entire world of tennis. These sisters have single-handedly, even Billie Jean King, who has continuously given credit where credit is due, that the Williams sisters have single-handedly come to the tennis arena and for women's tennis changed the purse, because there was such a disparity between what women were paid in tennis and what men were being paid in tennis. And because the Williams sisters dominated that tennis court so vehemently, when they approached, listen, when they, it's not a stunt double. I see a capital too, King Kuji. BTD mom, that's exactly, I said, is this a true story? I said the same thing. Now, I will say it is coming and reported, it was reported to me. This is a reliable source that has put it out, that this is a true factual picture. Capital 2, Monica. Capital 2. Capital 2. Capital 2. Is it frightening, SK? Is it frightening? Now, at the end of the day, I'm gonna leave it up there just for a little bit longer to let that let this sink in. I asked myself, is this photoshopped? I said, is this a stunt? I said, is this photoshopped? I asked myself all kinds of things to give this some kind of, I just can't bring it into my reality. I just, something in me is hoping that this is a gross something that got out there that is not right. And I'm just I'm just speaking on behalf of spiritual thought leader. My thoughts are all over the place trying to bring this in. I'm just trying to reel this in. I'm trying to pull this into my brain. I'm trying to absorb it. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to yes, Monica, I hope that's makeup. I hope that is all makeup, and that whenever she wants to take it off, she can take it off, and even at that, why we feel SK said Michael Jackson attacked her by night. SK said Michael Jackson attacked her. I'm sorry to all the Michael Jackson lovers that are in my chat. I love y'all. I really do. But SK. Oh my Jesus. Oh, not Michael. Oh my God, that was great. SK, that was great. Now, what now really you bring me to the conversation that I want to have here. You really have brought me to the conversation that I want to have here. And I love Venus. I love it. And if that's the Venus, if I'm sorry, I love what's Serena. It's making you nervous. Oh my God. Now, this is a conversation I want us to have, y'all. Are we that unhappy with ourselves? Are we that unhappy with the way that we look? Because I do have to say, she's not the first and she won't be the last. And as SK has already pointed out, Michael Jackson attacked her by night. He got her by night. Now, I don't think she's going to come out saying she got vitiligo, because I think that's what he tried to say. Now, did you get vitiligo and part of your nose just fell off? Does vitiligo make your nose just fall off your head? Does vitiligo just make your nose fall off your face? Does vitiligo, change the whole shape of your lips? Does vitiligo do all of that? Come on, Mike, come on. So I'm looking at how, now, understand this, she's not the only one, y'all. There's a whole lot of people out here getting all of this body morphing surgery and all of these makeup or whatever you're resorting to not look like who you were naturally born to be. Are we at a place, and that's white folks too now. That's not just black folks, that's white folks, honey. I'm looking at everybody and I'm like, girl, them ain't your lips. What are you doing? You look like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Or, and I'm saying that from the standpoint of love the skin you're in. What is it that we've created? A whole entire society that is unhappy with the way that they look. So, SK, is our sister okay? I don't know. I don't know. That picture right there knocked me off my bed this morning. It knocked me off my seat. I just could not. Listen, Teresa, why can't we be blessed with what God gave us? Why can't we? Why are we so unhappy? I think we need to really go back, and I think we need to start because like I said, she's not the only one. If that picture is real, and I'm telling y'all, I really had to go for eyebrows. I had to go for trying to figure out shape of the eyes. I had to try to look at the cheekbones. I had to try to look at the nose. I had to try to look at I had to really try to do everything I could to make that be Serena, because it's just unbelievable. But at the end of the day, I'm looking at folks and your lips are all pumped up with something. What is that? I'm looking at, and I'm gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. These folks that are paying to get these lips that look like the Joker, where it almost looks like they done sewed part of your mouth shut. And all you can move is this part of your lip because the rest of it been sewn shut. And you're just sitting there and you're just up talking, and I can't even listen to what some of the people are saying. And that even goes for a well-known televangelist who I will allow her to remain unnamed. I can't listen to her sermons for looking at her lips. Those Joker lips are just so distracting to me. I'm just like, why did you do that to yourself? And at one point I thought, well, maybe she's getting older, and so maybe she's trying to deal with the wrinkles and the crow's feet on the side. But at the end of the day, is that what you walk away with? Is that what you really choose to walk away with? And can we not, as Rebel, the initials are JM, the initials I wasn't gonna call no names. But at the end of the day, yes, the initials are JM. I'm just trying to figure it out. I can't. When I listen, the only way I can listen at these junctures, at these points in the road, at this juncture, I have to turn the picture off, or just completely turn away from the television or the video on whatever device I'm looking at, because I'm just overwhelmed by the look of these lips. I just can't get past the lips. I can't do it. Good morning, Barbara. So good to see you on here today. God bless you. That's my friend. Barbara Hardy is my girl. A lot of women in Africa bleach their skin on purpose. And you read about it. Listen, and at the end of the day, I'm like, beautiful blackness, beautiful whatever. Why can't you be blessed, as Teresa said, with what God gave you? Why do we feel so in this country, in this time, in this season? Nobody wants to be who they are. If you're doing, and I understand for health reasons and this and that and the other, I get it. When you're talking about my whole face has been completely redone so that nobody knows who I am. I'm trying to understand that. I really, really am. I'm trying to understand why you want a whole new set of eyes. I want to understand, I love, come on with that. I love my chocolateness. Now, I didn't always, because I got tired of Tar Baby. I got tired of Little Black Sambo. I got tired of Black Paint. I got tired of all of those names that I got called growing up. And it was very hurtful to a little kid. However, as I grew and as I matured and as I understood who I was and who I am, what my skin color brings to the table, I did not have to hate the skin that I was in. And at this point in life, definitely, Rebel, I love my chocolateness. I love my little pug nose. I love the gap in my teeth, even though I have had thoughts from time to time, maybe I want to get rid of that too. And I was like, no, that's your gap, keep it. Y'all remember when Strahan, they thought Michael Strahan, he came out in a photo with some prosthetics in, a prosthesis in his mouth that took his gap away, and people were just fainting dead away because we love that gap. Why are we so that we hate ourselves? We hate, you thought Stacy, you thought that mouth looked more like a duck mouth. I'm just trying to understand it. I'm just really trying to understand it. What are we doing to our bodies, people? And why are we doing it? Are we asking ourselves, what is prompting me to make a decision to look like somebody totally different? I'm gonna tell you, I just can't get over it. I don't know who that is. I do not know who that is. And why just the face? Can we get you to do the whole body? Listen, I'm just trying to understand it. I'm just trying to understand it. Are we unhappy, beloveds? Are we self-hating? I'm just, help me to understand. So at the end of the day, when you got the money, do whatever you want to do. Be whoever you want to be. But at the end of the day, when God made me, he said it was good, and he said it was very good. And I have to just kind of rely on that. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I don't have to go around and change. Because listen, if you love me, you're going to love me. I don't know, SK. That's a good question. What does her daughter think? Maybe she's trying to look more like her daughter. I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. It's a confused signal to me. And I think that we need to pay attention to that kind of stuff because people are watching us, especially the children. And it becomes very confusing. It becomes, to me, in my opinion, the little kids don't know what to think. They don't know what to make of it. It's like at the end of the day, we're always trying to be who we're not. And that's my concern. Are we trying to be somebody that we're not? BTD mom, don't allow others to push you into a position of not loving yourself. And you said a mouthful. So you just going to... I want to make sure you're awake, Monica. Wake up. I want to make sure you're awake. Oh, let me see. Let me pop it one more time. Let me pop it. Were you ready? I warned you that time, Monica. I let you know the picture was coming. I let you know the picture's coming. I just don't get it. But again, I have to say, and I have to feel, this is a trend that is a dastardly trend in the United States of America, where apparently a lot of people don't like who they are. A lot of people don't like who they are. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna say just like SK 8843. And at the end of the day, Serena, you're a lion. You're a lion. You both of your eyes are Now, for anybody that doesn't know, Monica, I call her baby. Nobody sits baby in the corner. Monica comes on bright and early, and she gets her hips in Grandpa Holmes's chair a lot of the percentage of time, but she does it with one eye closed. So that's the significance today. I got both her eyes open today. I got both her eyes open today with that picture. I just want to say that Serena is a lion, and we're going to hear her roar regardless. Something in my heart is hurting, and I really do mean that. While I'm laughing and while I'm talking, there's something in me that feels like something deep down in there. If those are the changes that are being made, I have a real concern for my sisterhood. What are we really? And I think for me, it starts to speak to the fact, I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much fame you have. She's a beautiful lion. She's a beautiful lion. I don't care if there's something inside of you, MJ, if there's something inside of you, and fill in the blank, fill in the initials, even JM, MJ and JM, fill in the initials. If there's something inside of you that's unhappy, money doesn't make a difference. Her face, her husband chose her as a thick, brown, strong woman, and now this. SK, I don't know. I just can't get it. I just can't. I told you, I'm still. And Monica, I have it on my other screen over here to the side. That's why you see me keep looking over to it, because I keep referencing. And my brain, I'm still trying to process it. Stacy, it makes me sad too. Now, she may be as happy as all get out. She may be swinging from the rafters. She may be happy with plastic surgery and makeup in your family. Happy home. She may be happy home in it right now. Again, like SK8843, what kind of message is this sending to her daughter? To young black women, not just her daughter, but understand when you have celebrity, there's an accountability that goes along with that celebrity. And I'm not saying this in a negative way. I don't mean to say it in a negative way. I'm just trying to make a statement. When you have some level of public sight and or celebrity, people are watching you and they're looking up to you for direction, for behavior. They imitate. They do all of those different things. And so at the end of the day, people are watching, even outside of her daughter, SK8843. Young girls are watching. Young black girls, young white girls, and everything in between are looking and watching. and this is why, in my opinion, why so many of the young kids now, they get into self-hurt and self-harm. They're cutters. They're doing all kinds of things to hurt themselves and all of this. I feel like when we are not secure as adults, and it seems like our projection is topsy-turvy, upside down, unstable, unpredictable, then what do we give the kids? They have nothing to anchor to. They have nothing to anchor themselves to. And so we see them out looking at themselves and eating disorders. This is Mental Health Month. Eating disorders. I read an article on that on yesterday, that eating disorders during the pandemic are off the charts. Thank you for cheering. I appreciate the biddies, Monica. Off the charts. How do we get these things in motion, and particularly with younger people? How is this getting, I mean, when you hate yourself, when you don't like what you see in the mirror, when you go through all of these different changes, yes, their father taught them and raised them to be strong in an industry that didn't want to accept them. And she has fought down through the years, linemen and judges that have given them bad calls, I believe because of the color of their skin, and they have fought on and won anyway. Teresa, maybe her daughter is questioning her appearance. I don't know. Come on, King Coogee, come on in the room. Love yourself first every day. That's what life stands for. That's his mantra and his motto on his channel. When you see LYFE, it stands for love yourself first every day. I feel like that mantra needs to get out into the communities. It needs to get out, especially into our young people's hands. Thank you for the biddies, BTD Mom. Thank you for the biddies. Because at the end of the day, I'm concerned. I'm concerned 24/7, SK. 24/7. Love yourself first every day. I am concerned what this is going to do in the image of many little black and brown skinned girls. Do I need to change my appearance to finally be accepted by somebody? I don't know. I'm confused with this whole thing. Y'all know I'm gonna follow up on that because Serena is my girl. Venus is my girl. I want some clarity of vision on this because I'm confused. I am really. And at the end of the day, it's her life. She can do whatever she wants to do. Now, truth be told, she can do whatever she wants to do. It's her body. Without a doubt, it is her body. I'm trying to understand reasons why. For me, I'm just trying to understand reasons why. Because to me, from my vantage point, it looks like what you are saying is that you would rather be of another persuasion and color than the way that God made you. That's what it looks like to me. I may be wrong as two left shoes, but that's what it looks like to me. And for that, I am confused. I am genuinely confused. So that was my last conversation from While We Slumbered, Slept, and Slobbered. Y'all know that knocked me off my seat when I saw that this morning. I just could not believe it. Now, BTD Mom, SK8843, I am going to go back because the source that reported it this morning is usually a very reliable source. I am going to continue. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you for cheering. I appreciate you. Ink. Y'all got it going here. Thank you so much. So I appreciate you. Y'all about to, y'all done triggered the hype train. Thank you for the hype train. I'm going to continue to talk, but while the hype train is going on over in Twitch, that's why you see all these, there's donations being made. I appreciate you all. I want to say thank you. Hype train, I see it. I actually saw it today, y'all. You know, normally we had some hype trains going. I never saw it because I talked right through it. I talked right through them. But I want to say thank you, whether we go level 1 or whether we go to level 5. I want to say thank you to everybody that's contributing to that hype train. I appreciate your blessings. I appreciate your contribution. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. Now, as we get ready, I love the lion. I love the lion. I love the lion. I love the lion that is Serena, and I'm gonna love her regardless, whether she does the look that I know to be Serena, or whether she does this look that's being projected out here as the new improved Serena. I'm gonna love her regardless. That's my sister, that's my girl, and I got mad love for her and everything that she's done to help and assist in the world of tennis, in the world period. She's been a world changer, and that you cannot take from her. She is a lion, and we have heard her roar. Even if she decided to shave off her mane, she's still a lion. Now, at the end of the day, I want to come to my word of the day. This is Fresh Start Friday. Oh, thank y'all. Y'all going at it over there. Y'all, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for that hype train that's still operating over there. And thank you. Now, as we get to the word of the day, this is Fresh Start Friday. And for Fresh Start Friday, in the future, starting next week, I want you all on Fresh Start Friday, you all drop some stuff in the chat that you want me to talk about on Fresh Start Friday, and I want to talk about some of the things that you want to talk about, because this is Yes You, oh cute, one-on-one, just me and you. And I want this conversation to begin to include the conversation that y'all going to town over there. Thank you so much. Level 2, God bless you. I want you to become an active part on Fridays. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that you all want to talk about, whether it's on a call-in format, or whether you, for those that may not be bold enough and sure enough of yourself to call in, I'll take it in chat. But on Fridays, on our Fresh Start Fridays, we're going to start taking in conversation with what all you want to talk about. Today, as we move into today's, I just really want to kind of encourage you in some areas. I have been very, very, thank you. I mean, y'all still going over there in the hype train. Thank you, in Twitch. Thank you, Twitch. I want to encourage you. We started this week talking about Showtime Tuesday. That's where we started. And it's lights, camera, action. It is definitely Showtime. Everything that you've done up to this level has really been about getting you ready for the big show, for the big event. And you'll have big events all over the world. You'll have big events all over the country. You'll have big events all over your city, or you'll have big events all over your neighborhood. It's really up to you how far you want to go. You are the one that gets to determine how far you go in this journey, because it's all up to you. So however broad you want to go, I want to just continue. It's Showtime. And as SK gave us that awesome word, show up for Showtime. Don't be absent from your own Showtime. Be there. Be square, as the old folks used to say. Then we went on and we dealt with your cast of characters, making that networking connection, finding those people that fit on your cast and they fit in the roles of the cast that are being projected. Make sure you get your cast of characters together, and then hit them with your best shot. Yesterday we talked about camera lens, because with the show up for your Showtime, and you got your cast together and you rehearsed it. Thank you so much for the biddies. I see you're still going. I recognize that camera is very important. You want to make sure your lens is clean. You want to make sure your lens is focused. You want to make sure your lens is framed and that you're framing in your picture what you want in your picture, and you're framing out of your picture what you don't want in your picture. Even though it may be there, it's not the beauty that we're looking for. So I talked to you yesterday, and my word really for emphasis when talking about the camera lens was to make sure that you're framing beauty. And I talked from the premise of one thing have I desired of God, and that's the one thing that I'm going to seek after, that I will stay, that I will dwell in the house of God, to behold the beauty of God, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and there to inquire in the temple. I wanted to really highlight God is beauty, and being in the temple to behold God's beauty. And you are the temple, this earth he's given us. I want you in your temple to constantly stay in a mindset of framing beauty, because God is beauty. It's that's the when you see beauty, that's God. It is an element of God that's reaching out and touch. When you look at that bouquet of flowers and the diversity of the flowers, if you've got a full bouquet of all different types of flowers, or just the singleness of that rose or that daffodil or whatever you've chosen for that day to put in your vase, but that beauty that speaks to you and reaches out to you. And that's the connection that we have. When you encounter beauty, it draws you in. When you encounter beauty, it has a magnetism. When you encounter beauty, and that's what I want you to continue to frame, because there's something about when you get into that beauty. And as King Coogee, I should have put your graphic in here. I downloaded it. I didn't get it in here this morning, but it would have been perfect, because it talks about perception and perspective and understanding. That is what you pull in, how you perceive it. It is the beauty that draws you in, and that's the God force. It's God. And it's just a reality. When you stop and think about different things that you've looked at and it catches your attention, it'll make you stop dead in your tracks, because the beauty has that power to mesmerize and magnetize and hold you right there. That's what I'm asking you to start framing in your lens as we go out into the world. How can we continue to just look at beauty and frame it? And as Stacy 546 told us on yesterday, everything is beautiful in its own way. And so to find that place of beginning to understand how I find the beauty. But the first beauty I want you to find is within yourself. I want you to take this time on this Fresh Start Friday. I want you to find the beauty that is you, because some of you get mesmerized, you get magnetized by everybody else's beauty, but you denounce and deny and do not understand the beauty that is you. God has given you a beauty and a power that's all yours. And I'm not talking about skin deep beauty. Beauty is only skin deep. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, have you ever seen some of the most fascinating and fabulous looking men and women on the outside, but they were some of the ugliest people on God's green earth? I'm not talking about skin deep beauty. Even though some of you, even as we look at whatever's going on with my sister, the ability to appreciate your skin deep beauty as well as the beauty from within and what you bring to the table. At the end of the day, I think that as we start this fresh start, again, I want you to go inward first before you ever go to the outside. So that being said, let's get some places and some things. I just wanted to close out today with some I am affirmations. And I want to share them to behold the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in his temple. I want you to behold the beauty of the Lord that is you. Fill your name in the blank. To behold the beauty of the Lord, that's Regina. To behold the beauty of the Lord, that's SK8843. To behold the beauty of the Lord, that's Stacy 546. And fill in the blank. To behold the beauty of the Lord, that's Teresa Jones. To behold the beauty of the Lord, that's BTD Mom. To behold the beauty of the Lord, that's King Coogee, and on and on and on. Y'all get the point. I want you to come to behold the beauty of the Lord, that's Monica L. Smith. I want you all to, on this Fresh Start Friday, just stop and begin to evaluate and assess the beauty that is you. You're beautiful all day long. You don't have to try to be somebody else. And that's another reason why I kind of left this story that I just did about my dear sis Serena until the last, because I want to behold the beauty of the Lord. That's Serena. And something is disturbed in my spirit that thinks she didn't behold the beauty of the Lord, and so she felt like I got to make a change. Michael Jackson, JM, I'm beholding the beauty of the Lord all out here, but I'm not beholding the beauty of the Lord inside myself. And listen, beloved, if you cannot love and appreciate who you are first, all that stuff on the outside is not going to mean anything. Hear me when I say it. If you don't love yourself, all of this other beauty that you're admiring, all this other beauty that you're magnetized and mesmerized by, that beauty will never come to the fullness until you can include yourself in that beauty. Am I talking to anybody this morning? So I want to say, and thank you for your support. Thank you for the support of that hype train for those in Twitch. So then I want you to understand, I am beauty. I am beauty. When God created me in his image, because God is beauty, he created me in his image. It's not eyes. It's not a pair of eyes. It's not a nose. It's not a mouth. The creation in his image, the fact that he creates the fruit of my lips, what I speak is created. I am a creator. I am a creator with my mouth, with the words. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I am a creator with the words that come out of my mouth. I am a creator. I am also beauty. Whoever you are and however you've looked down on yourself and found all of the negatives about yourself, all of the things you didn't like about yourself, I need you to frame, what do we say? Showtime. Showtime. And I'm dealing with you as your own cast of characters first. I need you to get that camera lens and I need you to reframe. I am beauty. I am beauty. I am beauty. I need you to really embrace that and be able to live it to its fullest. I am beauty. And that beauty attracts. That beauty magnetizes. That beauty draws. And it just is the way God created me, because I'm created in God's image. I am limitless. Do you hear me? I am limitless. Stop restricting and confining yourself. Stop just allowing yourself this little space right here or this little box right here. I'm created in God's image. I am limitless. What you bring to the table and what you have to offer to the earth is limitless. So I want you to get into that space of limitlessness. Yes, limitlessness. Get into that space. I am limitless. It's not like I just have this much and then I'm going to run out. No, there is so much more inside of you. Stop confining and restricting yourself. You are not seeing yourself as the beauty that you are. You are, I am beauty. I am beautiful. But I'm not just saying I'm beautiful. I am beauty. I want you to come. My heart is beauty. My mind and the love that I give is beauty. The way I care for mankind and humanity on the face of the earth is beauty. And I need to speak this because some of you, I don't care, every time you think or look on yourself, you see something different. And I believe that's what causes these individuals to go out and do all this morphing to their bodies, because they don't look in the mirror and they don't look in their hearts. They don't look in their beings and see beauty. I am beauty. I don't, as Teresa Jones said, why can't you be blessed with what God gave you? I am beauty. And when God made it, he made a masterpiece. I'm wonderfully made. I don't have to go out and have all of these surgeries. And I just read the other day about somebody that went over, one of the celebrities, can't remember who it was, or a celebrity family member, went over to one of these foreign countries and had this surgeon that's just over here killing people. They're going over for plastic surgery and they're waking up dead because they cannot embrace the idea that I am beauty. I gotta fix this, I gotta fix that. That's not right. This isn't right. The other's not right. I'm not going to put you down if it's not my intent, rather, to put you down if that's your choice. I just want you to think about it. Can you be pleased and happy with what God blessed you with? Can you? Can you see the beauty? Can you frame yourself to see yourself in a way? And I'm not talking about corrective surgeries and things like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about ain't nothing wrong with you, and I'm come out looking like somebody that nobody knows. I'm trying to understand that. I'm trying to wrap my brain around that. Can I frame myself in a way such that I love me, and I love me, and I love being me? I am beauty. I am always in the right place at the right time. For my brothers and sisters that are out there that are always looking for the next shoe to drop, you have that half empty instead of half full mentality. Everything is always going to go to the negative first. Everything is always going to be down first. Everything is going to be in that energy that's about negativity. And then we might move your meter over to the positive after we talk and after we walk and after we do all of these exercises and da-da-da-da-da-da. Can you just go ahead and embrace? I am always in the right place at the right time. Wherever I am, it's the right time. Whatever I'm doing, it's the right time. Embrace and begin to allow yourselves. Yesterday, I found myself doing this a couple of times where it was like, man, in actuality, I began to realize a couple of things, and I was like, man, this had come to me, do this, and I kept second guessing myself. I kept second guessing myself. And then I did something else. And then it ended up the first thing was the right thing. I did that about 2 or 3 times on yesterday. And I said, you know what? I'm just trying to, again, get in this in different areas. In some areas, I'm like, bam, I crush it. And then in other areas, I find myself still growing. To trust myself. I am trustworthy. I can trust the God in me and the spirit in me that's leading me in a direction, that's leading me for a choice, that's leading me in a decision. I am trustworthy to be able to be connected to the ability to know the God in me in all my ways. He's directing my path. So I'm in the right place at the right time, and I am in the right place, and I'm constantly offered new opportunities for success. I am constantly being offered new opportunities for success. That's one of the reasons why I said earlier, so many of you are looking at past areas and saying and calling it a failure. No, it was a rehearsal. It was a rehearsal for showtime, because at the end of the day, you're constantly being offered brand new opportunities. That was not your last opportunity. There's another opportunity that's going to come, and then another opportunity after that that's going to come, and you're going to continue to have new opportunities until you close your eyes. So I want us to, again, come away from that idea of always waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am going to constantly be given new opportunities for success. I'm not looking for failures. I am expecting. I am pregnant with expectation. Success is success is me. Success is where I hail from. Success is what I expect. Success is what I replicate. Success is who I am. So as we come in, because why? He made me in beauty. He made me limitless. He made me with all of this ability and capability. I can do all things. He made me and gave me this. All I got to do is just walk it out. So on this Fresh Start Friday, I'm encouraging you, as we have showtime and we've shown up, as we look at the reality that I've put my cast together, and maybe I'm still trying out people for new roles, for new plays, for new productions that I have coming. I may still be in process in some of those areas, but at the end of the day, I've got showtime for this right here, and I've got my cast together for this right here. I've rehearsed for this right here. I've got my camera lens, it's cleaned, it's ready, it's focused, and it's framed. Now, all of these other things about I Am are ready to operate. I am beauty. Let's show it. Showtime. I am limitless. I am. Let's show it. I am in the right place at the right time. We're in 2021 for a reason, y'all. And there's a reason why 2021 is as they say, do what you do. Come on, right place, right time. So as we get to that point where we understand all of this, the steps are ordered by God. This has been put in motion. All I got to do is just walk it out. If I understand that I have been given the greatest opportunity to be the greatest me that I can be, I don't just have to settle for something or other. I have been created, and I've been given the chance and the opportunity right now to be the greatest me that I could ever be. So I know I'm in the right place. I know it's the right time. I know that I'm going to repeatedly and consistently and continually be given opportunities for success over and over and over and over and over. I'm going to be given the opportunity to operate and participate in many of your successes as well. It ain't just about me. We're talking about Jasamis. We're talking about the village. I want to be a part of what your success is too. I want to help you on your journey. I want to let my village and my community be a part of your village and your community, and see those two communities commune together and have a great time and even greater success. Let's talk about synergy. 2 + 2 = 5, not 2 + 2 = 4. Synergistic communing gives us 2 + 2 = 5 and more. That's what we're creating in this hour. It's a whole different trajectory. It's not just about me, myself, and I, but I'm telling you, I cannot really commune with your village if I'm still hating on my village. I cannot fully commune with your village when I haven't completely inhabited and investigated my community. I'm that person, y'all, that when I go to a new town, one of the first things I'll do, I'll go get in the car and I'll just start driving around because I'm looking in that area. What's here? I found, it's so funny. I have gone to locations and I'll start talking to the people that live in that location. And I'll say, I went to such and such. And they were like, what? Where's that at? I didn't know that was here. I'm like, you live here and you don't even know what's in your own town? So at the end of the day, I see you, Rebel. At the end of the day, I'm looking and I'm saying, but you live here. But that says to me, you've not done enough to go out and explore your own village. Well, at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying to you in this Fresh Start Friday. I want you to go out and today and throughout this weekend, as you make this Fresh Start Friday beginning, I want you to go out and investigate your village. First and foremost, go inward. I'm going to say it again. Always deal with the inward before you go outward. I want you to go get that opportunity to see and appreciate, love, embrace all of that is you. Yes, you've done it for everybody else. And some of you all, even at retirement age or at later ages and stages of life, you've been everybody else's cheerleader all these years, but you have not been a cheerleader for yourself. It's time. It's time for you to cheerlead yourself. It's time for you to cheer for yourself. So I want you to hear what I'm saying. Investigate, appreciate listen, y'all, there's so much good, so much marvelous, wonderful good that lives and abides and resides in front of you, in you all. Because you guys, come on, you guys are lions. You guys are lions. This pride, Pride, this pride of lions, y'all are relentless. And I just want to hear you roar. I want you to get all of it, Get your full roar. Get your full roar. Get it all. Get it all. Get it all. Now is the time. Now is the time. Oh, not this time. Okay. So I got you. Now is the time that I want you all to really, really pay attention and give yourselves a high five. Give yourselves an applause. There's a scripture in the Bible where David said, I had to encourage myself in the Lord. Encourage yourself. You've been everybody else's encourager. Encourage yourself. Encourage yourself. You deserve it. You've earned it. You've more than earned it. And you've been there for everybody else. Now be there for yourself. Would you please be there for yourself? And again, let's close with those affirmations as I get on up out of here. I am. Do you hear me? I am beauty. You are. I am beauty. Absolutely, positively. I am beauty. I want you to start right there. Because that's God. And that's what you're framing. Showtime. Show up. Come on. I am beauty. I am limitless. I am limitless. There's no limit to what God has deposited, the beauty in me. That is me. I'm limitless. Come on. I am always in the right place at the right time. Yes, you are. The steps are ordered. And I am constantly being given new opportunities for success. I am. And yes, you are. You. Yes, you. I love you, Stacy 546. I love you, Monica. I see y'all out there. I see you. If I'm understanding, I appreciate you. I appreciate SK. I love you. Everybody in my chat, I just love you guys. I hope you got that for this Fresh Start Friday. I am beauty. Are you with me? I am. And I want you to start right there. And I want you to love on yourself today. I want you to investigate yourself today. I want you to go into the land and possess your land. I'm talking about yourself. Go in and possess the land on this Fresh Start Friday and appreciate yourself. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I really, 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 really do. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. So I'm looking out, Rebel, if you're still out there, if I'm going to let me know if I'm going to raid you or not. I want to say Twitch. Stay tuned. If I'm going to raid, I'm going to get a notification, I think, here soon from Rebel if she's ready. If she's not ready, I want you all to tune in. She's going to be going live here in a little bit. And I want you to come back to Twitch for those of you that are in Twitch and support her this morning. I think she does her gospel Friday mornings, and she will bless your soul. Love all. Mike City, Mike City, Mike City, Mike City. Yeah, that's my guy, y'all. That's my guy. I'm trying to find my. There it is. Yeah. I love you, Mike City. Listen, Mike City, I want you all to go check him out. This is my brother. I love him. I love him. I love him. Go check. You've been here listening. I know. I might have known. I'm so glad. Thank you, my brother. I love this guy right here. I want you all to go. Yes, it is. Yeah. I want y'all to. That's my guy, Mike City. Shout out to him. Check him out on his channel. He is a Twitch streamer. He had a session going on yesterday. That music was hot. He had it going down over there. It was great. He also is a gamer. Please check him out along with his lovely Shelby. I love Shelby. I'm going to get all of her stuff up here at the same time. Let me run that too, because Shelby, if Mike is lurking, so is she, because they just do that thing together. She's got emotes, websites, t-shirt design, logos, any kind of stuff you need. She can hook you up. That's Shelby. That's my girl. That's my girl. And while I'm there, let me give one more shout out to my brother, King Coogee. That is my guy all day long. That's my sire. These are some individuals. I want you to support them because they're doing some marvelous things out here. Their village is a part of my village, and I'm a part of their village as well. So I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. I love you, man. I love you. Lurking and all, I love you. Now, we've come to the end of another day. I hope you all heard it. Yes. Bakuji is on here. He's been talking to us this morning and blessing us up in this house. Love yourself first every day. Life. That's his mantra. I'm going to pass it on to you as we get up out of here at the end of another beautiful week, and this has truly been a Fresh Start Friday. Well, I feel for my brother and I feel for my sister. I love y'all. I really, really do. I want to thank everybody that has come into this channel on this fine day. I've truly enjoyed you, every last one of you, and the conversation has been just absolutely marvelous. It's been great. This is Regina L. Stillman, and I am your spiritual thought leader. Yes, I am. And I want you to follow me. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, Twitter, Twitch, Anchor, Discord, and more. I'm out there for you, cheerings. I'm out there for you. And I just want to share a little something with you. Find me wherever you can. And at the end of the day, like we always like to say, don't just talk about change, but be the change. I want you to be the change that you want to see in this world. So even as I said, whether it's Mike City's village, whether it's Shelby Nicole Cosplay's village, whether it's King Kuji's village, whether it's the Rebel Inc.'s village, whether it's right here or there or anywhere, I want you to get that mindset. It's us, you, me, we, all, because we're all in this together. We're all working towards the same goal, and we're all loving on each other so that we can all reach the success that we want to reach. Now, I'm not gonna raid today because I think Rebel was telling me not to raid, but I want you all, when you get that notification from her, jump on her channel when she gets ready. With that being said, I love you guys. I want you to have a great weekend. Hopefully that 10-story, 23 tons is not gonna fall on your house. I'm just saying. What? But it's gonna fall somewhere. You want to raid Rebel? Y'all want to? Well, I'm trying to see. I was going to raid Rebel. Let me see if I can raid her. Okay, y'all hang on, and I'm gonna try to raid Rebel. I was thinking she was telling me not to raid her in code, but since y'all want to raid, I'm gonna go ahead and we gonna try it, y'all. We gonna try it. We gonna try it. Is that okay? So stay right here, and we gonna try to raid Rebel. For the rest of you that are not in Twitch, and I want to say once more and again, thank you for that hype train. I appreciate everybody that gave. I'd say thank you. Please know that I appreciate it. Now, you know how we do it. You know, do it. We gonna do it, Monica. We gonna do it. Even if it doesn't work, we gonna try. I want you to go with this Fresh Start Friday. Know that you are beauty. I am beauty. Say it all day long today. And I want you to have, and I want you to experience nothing but peace for your journey. I love you.